Hello there, sports fans. Welcome to another episode of 162 Times, your daily baseball recap and preview show. I'm your host, Daniel Turner. Great to be with you here, starting off a brand new series. We've got the Red Sox at Fenway Park in Boston for 3 games this week. The Mariners do, that is, not me personally, although that would be sweet. So we got a game to recap. Game 1 of that series went last night. Result was not favorable. Umpires hosed us a little bit. So we'll talk about that. We'll preview the game that's going to start in about half an hour and that we're really excited to sit down and watch because that'll just be plain old enjoyable. And then we'll take a look around from the out-of-town scoreboard on Monday, July 29th. We're already at the end of July. Unbelievable, eh? Anyway, we will tee that up for you. Fun fact: the Mariners will be facing a Canadian starting pitcher for the second night in a row, and so that leads me to telling you that last night it was Victoria, British Columbia's Nick Pivetta who ended up getting the win for Boston in a 14-7 final, which bring the Boston Red Sox to 56-49, third place in their division, the American League East. The Mariners, with the loss, dropped to 56-52, second in the American League West. It was a bit of a wild game. It was 14-7, as I said. Each team committed 1 error. The Mariners managed 10 hits, and the Red Sox 16. Logan Gilbert, unfortunately, took the loss. It was his worst start of the year, 6-7 now with a 3.11 ERA. His ERA ballooned as a result of a bad third inning in which he gave up 7 runs. Overall, on the night, Gilbert's line was 2 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, no walks, 4 Ks, and only 1 home run given up. He threw 69 pitches. Pivetta went 6 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, and gave up 2 home runs. The Mariners' bullpen wasn't that much better. Trent Thornton came out to try and stop the damage in the third inning. He ended up going 2 full innings. He gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of which were earned. He walked nobody, struck out only 1, and gave up a homer. Gabe Speier did an inning and a third, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and a homer. Colin Snyder had 1 inning with 1 strikeout, and Saucedo had an inning with 1 walk, but no hits or runs given up. So overall, the Mariners struck out 9 Red Sox, and the Red Sox struck out 13 Mariners. Aside from Pivetta's 10 Ks, it was Wingenter, who struck out 2, and Horn, who struck out 1. Wingenter got banged around a bit, an inning and a third, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. His ERA is now 27 on the season. That's pretty bad, yeah. Haven't pitched many innings, and you give up 4 runs. That's what the ERA gods will do to you. Yeah, it was. This was a tough one. Gilbert was cruising through 2 innings, and then in the third, just as I turned on the bleeding game, they had 2 outs, men on second and third, and Gilbert was facing Wilyer Abreu, right fielder for the Red Sox, and he struck him out. Like it was a 1-2 count, and he put a ball that was clearly a strike, and the ump didn't call it a strike. That at-bat went on for a further 8 or 9 pitches. It was an 11-pitch at-bat, and it ended up being a double for Abreu. And it just kind of screwed with Logan's head, I think. Anyway, the scoring was as followed. So a wild pitch allowed Connor Wong to score. Then Wilyer Abreu. So it was 1-0 before all this nastiness happened on the wild pitch. But then Wilyer Abreu singled, scoring Jarren Duran. Then it was Masataka Yoshida, a no-doubt home run, scoring Abreu, 4-0 at that point. Then Tyler O'Neill doubled, scoring Devers, 5-0. Dominic Smith doubled, scoring O'Neill, 6-0. Connor Wong doubled, scoring Smith, 7-0. So I think 11 men went to the plate. Cal Raleigh eventually threw out somebody at third to end the inning mercifully, but it was a bad inning. Top of 4, we got one back on a Polanco sac fly, scoring Randy Arozarena, 7-1. Then bottom of 4, Abreu doubled again, scoring Sedan Rafaela, and made it 8-1. Masataka Yoshida singled in Jarren Duran and Wilyer Abreu, 10-1. That was in the 4th. Then bottom 5, Dominic Smith, home run, solo shot, 11-1. Jarren Duran then doubled in that inning, scoring Rafaela again, 12-1. Top 6, Randy Arozarena, his first home run as a Mariner, 16th on the season, made it 12-2. Cal Raleigh then added his 23rd home run of the year. He's good at Fenway, 12-3. Bottom of 6, Romy Gonzalez for the Red Sox, homered, scoring Masataka Yoshida. So that was 14-3 for the Red Sox. Top 8, Dylan Moore doubled in Cal Raleigh and Leo Rivas. And then a wild pitch allowed Luke Raley to score, so that made it 14-6. Jason Vosler then grounded out and allowed Dylan Moore to score to make it 14-7, the final. So, I mean, the positives that I'm taking from this is that outside of that one terrible inning that shouldn't have happened, it was a tie game. So, for whatever reason, this one doesn't depress me as much as other losses might. The Mariners did not get Justin Turner in the game, but Vosler keeps hitting. It was a good game. Like, Fenway's an interesting park. You can score a lot of runs there, so they got to be careful. And they've not always been good against the Red Sox. All right. So for tonight's game, just talking about that next. So as I said, they'll be facing another Canadian. So it'll be lefty James Paxton, former Mariner, the Big Maple from Ladner, British Columbia. What did I say about all the talent in Canada in baseball coming from British Columbia? You know I'm right. So he was DFA'd by the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he has an 8-2 record with a 4.43 ERA and 18 starts, 89 innings pitched, 64 strikeouts, and a 1.46 WHIP. He's got a career regular season record of 72-40, 3.76 ERA, 940 total innings, more strikeouts than innings pitched, and a 1.25 WHIP on his career. Like, he's a good pitcher. So he'll be pitching for the Sox, and he'll be facing a lineup that consists of Victor Robles at center, Arozarena in left, Cal Raleigh at catcher. Justin Turner will bat cleanup and play first. Cool. Polanco will play second and bat fifth. Dylan Moore will play third and bat sixth. Mitch Garver will DH and bat seventh. Mitch Haniger will play right field, bat eighth. And Leo Rivas will play shortstop and bat ninth. Interesting lineup by Manager Service. The Red Sox will be facing Luis Castillo on the mound. So Castillo, the Mariners' ace, 8-10, 3.38 ERA, 22 starts, 130 innings pitched, 126 strikeouts, a 1.16 WHIP. That's a starting pitcher, folks. And he will be dealing with a talented Red Sox offense that features Jarren Duran at catcher, Wilyer Abreu in right, Masataka Yoshida DHing, Rafi Devers at third base, Tyler O'Neill in left, Dominic Smith at first, Connor Wong catching, Dominic Hamilton at second base, and Sedan Rafaela at shortstop. Really, really solid lineup there. And you know, we're gonna hope for good things. That's all I got for you tonight in terms of those scores. Now, before we go, we'll look around at the out-of-town scoreboard from Monday. As we get into the dog days, there are more and more games being played on Mondays and Thursdays, just less off days. So we'll just go through it here. Guardians beat the Tigers 8-4. Tigers 4 games under 500, less of a threat now in the wild card. That's a good result for the Mariners. Yankees beat the Phillies 14-4. Good for the Yankees. Not great for the Mariners as they are chasing the Yankees in the wild card race right now. Reds over the Cubbies 7-1. That's a National League matchup. Twins lost big to the New York Mets 15-2. That's great for the Mariners. Rangers beat the Cardinals 6-3. Less good. But the Paul Skeens-led Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Houston Astros 5-3. Skeens didn't get the win. It went to Aroldis Chapman, but he pitched well, and that is really good. Elsewhere, the Royals beat the White Sox 8-5, unsurprisingly. So that is ground gained by the Royals in the wild card. Not great. Brewers over the Braves 8-3, National League. Diamondbacks over the Nationals 9-8, National League. Orioles beat the Blue Jays 11-5. That's fine. And then in the makeup game, which was played as a doubleheader, the Blue Jays beat the Orioles 8-4. So, interesting split there. Neither of those games are particularly important for the Mariners at this stage in the year. So, good luck, M's, tonight against the Red Sox, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks.